Yes, Kevin Ward, welcome to the podcast. Welcome everybody else to the podcast.
How we doing, bro?
Are you recovering?
What's that?
It was your birthday this weekend.
Oh yeah, that did happen. Yeah,
How's Bo Bauer?
Bo is excellent. Bo is doing well, and he's happy to be back in Iowa City.
We do have him back in Iowa City, back in the state. There was a time where it just wasn't right without Bo Bauer within the.
Some say those are the worst years the state has ever experienced.
I knew this was going to come early. I just knew this was coming. Rip Nebraska volleyball. Tough one today for the Huskers. I don't care. I do care.
You're a Nebraska volleyball fan.
I will tell you in a second. So for those unaware, the Division I volleyball tournament is going on right now. This weekend was the Sweet 16 Elite 8 weekend. Nebraska, the number 1 overall seed, undefeated this year, and not just undefeated, but and I know this is exactly where everyone wanted to start tonight's podcast. I promise we do have some Hawkeye stuff to get to, some football Hawkeye stuff to get to, but this is like a fun story of like the time when on Dickhead Tuesday I talked about my seriously questionable financial decision to go to Universal. It was a fun story. This isn't as bad. So Lauren and I decided, we're 31 years old, Kevin. And by the way, we are in 2026. I want you to think about this. It's a bit of a stretch, but in 2026, the statement will be true that in 7 years, we will have been on the football team 20 years ago in Iowa. I know that's a bit of a weird kind of way to get there.
That's a weird way to say it, but okay.
We're getting very close to the 15-year mark of 15 years ago I was playing.
Yeah.
15 years ago.
I mean, yeah, we had the 10-year reunion for what was the
our
middle
third
of our
season.
5 seasons.
Yeah.
So
it's insane. So Lauren and I at 31 years old, we've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, we need to stop getting each other stuff for birthdays and Christmases, and use that money more wisely. Or if there is an experience or a thing that we can go do, that is what we try to spend our money on for each other.
Yeah, I like that.
The national championship of volleyball, it moves around similar to how football does. And this year is in Kansas City. So other than Omaha, which it has been in Omaha before, kind of the mecca of college volleyball, Kansas City is about as close as it gets. So I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. That's a perfect gift. So about a month and a half ago, I guess, 2 months ago, month plus before her birthday even happens, I buy national championship tickets, which are next weekend. Just so happens that this year, Nebraska is good every year. It's a team that she cheers for. It's where her family's from. We've talked about that. They happen to have one of the most historically dominant seasons in volleyball history. They lost one set in the entire Big Ten season.
That is crazy.
So not a game, which is best 3 out of 5. They lost one set out at UCLA. Otherwise, they swept every single Big Ten game of the season. It was unbelievable, just dominating people. Number 1 seed going into the tournament. They dog walked the first 3 teams. And then today, Texas A&M comes to Lincoln, Nebraska, upsets the Huskers. I'm not sad about that at all, by the way. My wife, sad. I am sad because I spent a lot of money on tickets, hopefully so that my wife could go watch her favorite team win a national championship. And now we're still going to go. We'll still be going next week to Kansas City and watching great volleyball, which is something that we both like to do. But those tickets I could have now gotten for about half the price because the admission, the value there was because Nebraska has such a crazy following. And so they were going to be hard to come by. Now you can get them for less because it's not going to be as in demand. So, all fun for me. That is why I'm glad Nebraska volleyball lost, not because I care about them doing well. Um, that's how my Sunday went. Also, had my daughter's 3rd birthday party today. So Kevin's birthday is 12/12. My daughter's birthday is 12/16.
Happy birthday, Kinley.
Diesel has a Disney princess party today.
Who did we dress up as?
We wore a T-shirt with all of the princesses on it.
Oh, okay.
But she does have an Elsa dress, a Belle dress. No, not a Belle dress. Rapunzel, and one more. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, we're right in the middle of that stage, so pretty fun.
Big Frozen fans.
Oh, Frozen's great. Frozen 2, arguably better than Frozen 1 in my opinion.
Still have not seen Frozen 2, but I'm sure my time will come.
Oh, it will. It will. So that is the life of Tyler Kluver as it stands on the 14th of December, 2025, and there's a lot happening around the football world as well. Your very own Hawkeye center, Logan Jones,
best center in the nation,
is the best center in the country. Wins the Rimington Trophy, presented to the best center in college football. How about that? Product of Lewis Central, I believe. I believe he's from Lewis. He went to Lewis Central in.
Couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Over in Sioux City. Is that Sioux City or Council Bluffs? Council Bluff, yeah, somewhere over there. Undersized, kind of not chose. I think he walked the same path. I think whoever the coaches were that were kind of had him in mind saw a very similar thing as Tyler Linderbaum.
Now,
turns out they were right.
Yeah, absolutely. Did Logan spent what? Did he spend even a year? I thought he got switched over to center like pretty instantly from D-line. No,
I think pretty immediately. Yeah. Undersized guy. You know, he just right before that Nebraska game, he had the interview where he's like, "Yeah, I lived." Yeah, he did. He does live. Did come from over there because I think he's like, "Yeah, I wanted Nebraska to offer me." You know, like, obviously every kid wants as many Division I offers as he can get, right? Never offered him. Hawkeye's offer. He commits to Iowa. Nebraska happens to offer the next day when that happens. And I think Nebraska originally told him he was too small, which, to be fair, was probably warranted at the time. I think he's not a super tall guy. I think he might be 6'1". But
they don't have to be center.
I mean, Lindy's like a top 5 center contract, we just looked that up a few weeks ago when Searles was on, and Courtney says Courtney knows it all. She talks to all these guys. Bull season, his first year is when he transitioned over to center.
Yeah, so he ran scout team for a season as a D lineman.
And somehow, some way, they just know how to turn these guys into absolute monsters. A staple of our offensive line the last 3 seasons. 2 seasons, 3 seasons. And you know, when you talk to an offensive lineman or you talk to a offensive guy in general, you will quickly hear about how important the center is, not just at being kind of the point of attack, but in the pre-snap stuff of identifying defenses, setting things the right way, and getting everybody sort of. I think at one point Lester this year in one of his interviews talked about how Gronowski was making a lot of checks, but he was sort of working off of what, the position that Logan put him in. So pretty cool, man. It is incredible, Kev, how many bests in the country Iowa
give individual awards that we've turned out in the last decade or so.
Since we were there. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I mean, that I guess.
If you want to go back to 2014, we had Outward.
Outlaw.
Outland with Sheriff.
Sheriff won the
Then
Outlaw Trophy
Desmond won the Thorpe.
the next season. Yeah.
Then it was a couple year break.
TJ won the Mackey.
TJ won the Mackey.
Linderbaum won this.
Linderbaum won Rimington.
Jack.
Did anyone win anything between TJ and Linderbaum?
Between like 18 and 21. Probably that we're missing.
Worst didn't win the Outland, did he?
No, and I don't know how. God, he was so good. He really has even ascended though as a professional. Yeah, Council Bluffs, you were correct, Lewis Central.
But then you got what? We got the punter. We got
yeah, Tori won the Ray Guy. Landslide.
It's been quite the run.
It's incredible. I don't know how we do it, but we did it again. And Weechin, by the way, is going to win whatever. I think every All-American team that's come out so far, he's been the guy for returner. So he's the best returner in the country, and Logan's the best center in the country. Not too bad. Not too bad. And he's going to make, I just see him as, it's probably going to be similar. I don't know if he's quite as athletic as Linderbaum was, but it's pretty close. And he's really, I think he might be stronger than Lindy was. I think he's going to go and find a spot in the league, and he's going to start at center and have a big ass contract, just like a bunch of other offensive linemen that we have gone on and done. So pretty cool stuff there. As far as other national awards, just the dorkiest dork in all of dorks, Fernando Mendoza wins the Heisman.
Yep.
What do you think about that? They've a lot of people throwing up those stats of like the last 10 QBs to win the Heisman, and Mendoza just like he didn't even hit 3,000 yards this year. A bunch of other guys had like 3,500, 4,000. He's a really good player. I think of the Heisman in a different way than most people do, though. I don't like that it's the best player on the best team.
No, it's supposed to just be the best player, but
right.
Oftentimes it has a team connotation to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nowhere in the award description does it say have anything to do with how your team's overall performance, but I don't know. I don't know if there's like somebody who is really head and shoulders above anybody else this year. So, but apparently what was the final voting? He won it pretty handily, no?
Like by a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if he deserved to win in a landslide, but I'm cool with him winning it, I guess.
Lauren's like, what do you think about that? Like, was he the best? And I was like, I mean, he's really good. But if we're being honest, like the best college football player is probably just like some random lineman out there. Like it's probably just somebody that it might just be a safety on a team that we don't know about. And like
who is like the top 10 big board right now?
Like on a draft board?
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what that looks like. I know at one point Dante Moore, the Oregon quarterback, was up there. Makai Lemon, the wide receiver.
Yeah, he's a dude.
He won the Blitnikoff. Deserved. Might have won it all in the Iowa game, honestly.
All right. From this dated, Field Yates on December 12th said Mendoza number 1, Dante Moore 2.
Wow. So we played 1-2 in the draft.
Arvell Reese, that dude from Ohio State, is pretty damn good. Carnell Tate, yeah. Carnell Tate's he's probably not even eligible yet, is he?
Still a sophomore, just his second year. Yeah. Jeremiah Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, had a quieter year, though.
Because Carnell Tate's going off.
Right. Yeah, we played number 1, number 2 in the draft, probably. And lost by a combined 7 points.
Yeah. And we got another Heisman candidate that we're going up against, too.
Yeah, second in the
Guy took it with extreme class, losing the Heisman. You know, just exactly what you expect out of that operation down there.
Over there, and man, so you want to know the thought that I had? So I don't know if everybody else. I'm sure you've all seen it if you're a college football fan and you've been watching. Sorry, Pavia is like he's like an anti-hero or like I don't. You might just call him the villain.
Yeah, for sure. He has his own way of doing things for sure.
They went out and partied after the award ceremony. You know, you got bottles and the flashing signs, and he got supposedly he got a sign that just said "fuck Indiana." Here's his story. I think this was his looks like an Instagram story. Sharing the screen right here. And it's just him and his squad. It says F all the voters, but family for life. And he's with a bunch of his boys. Just like very openly, like kind of reminds me.
I'm not your classy individual. I'm gonna speak my mind, and
Yeah.
you're not gonna like me.
So we're playing this guy in the bowl game. And the first thing that came to my mind, Kevin, was boy, if we were still playing, this is exactly the kind of guy that Drake ends his career going fisticuffs with. Drake fights the shit out of Diego Pavia on the field.
I mean, they wouldn't ever be on the field at the same time, but
No, they wouldn't.
At the same time, Diego Pavia is who Drake would be if he was a Heisman caliber.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're the same person.
And hey, and that's why you know that's a lot of hate between Nebraska and Iowa. Why do people? Because we're the same thing. We're fighting to be the best.
Back.
We're the same people.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
Why do you think rivalries happen? Border wars. Because it's a Midwestern culture, hard nosed, blue collar, cornfields.
Are you talking about the fans are the same people? The programs?
I'm talking about in general. You are of the same ilk. It's like you're trying to be the best at something, and somebody else does the exact same thing that you are, and that's why we don't have a rivalry with. There's other factors too. Don't get me wrong. There's, they put you up against each other. They put a trophy on the thing, all this different stuff. But we're never going to be rivals with USC because it's two completely different situations. There's different resources. It's a different part of the country, different recruiting scenes that you're trying to pick from for kids. But you look across the line and you see a bunch of people that look like you. You're like, no, fuck, like we're the better version of this. I believe that to be true. I think that's a big part of why like border wars are a thing, or like the Iowa State thing.
Well, border wars are because historically, like you always played the teams around you, right?
You're defending your territory.
Sure, right, but doesn't mean you're of the same ilk. You're not the same.
You're gonna sit here. Okay,
you're not the same.
That's fine. But are you gonna sit here and tell me that between Wisconsin, Minnesota, Nebraska, and Iowa, those are not four very similar? There's
fan bases. Sure, I mean it's all a bunch of
demographics,
rural white people for sure.
Yeah, I think there's something.
If that's what you're getting at, I mean, I think if you're talking about the programs themselves, they're all run in a very different way at this stage.
There's a different vibe to each one of them.
They're different culture. There's different,
but
aura around every one of them.
Aura. Kevin uses aura. Love that out of Kev. Cool with the kids. Kevin Ward. Can't believe.
But are you saying like, do the Iowa farmers hate the Nebraska farmers type of thing? Is that what you're getting at?
I'm just saying a lot of the same industry. It's the same. That your kids are growing up. They want to be Huskers. These kids are growing up. They want to be Hawkeyes.
If you're saying the culture of the state of Iowa is very similar to the culture of the state of Nebraska, then yes, you're absolutely correct.
Yes. I think that plays a part in it. I do. I don't know if it's a mental.
I think
If you don't, I'm not. You don't have to.
We don't get along because, like you said, we are close to each other. We play each other every year, and that makes it a rivalry. I think if we played USC every year or some other big town team that thinks they're high flying talent, whatever, and they're it's like a completely different culture. I think it's actually a lot easier to hate that team.
You think so? Because I think
For
it
sure.
almost gives you a
Yeah. I
mental.
mean, if say we played USC every year, say USC was our rivalry game at the end of
Well,
the last game of the year, every single year.
yeah,
And, the fan bases got talking, just like all rivalry fan bases
sure.
do. And they're like, oh, a bunch of poor Iowa farmers. And it's like, oh, a bunch of stuck up liberal LA wussies. And like, they fucking hate each other way more than
Okay.
Nebraska Iowa fans would hate each other.
See, I understand that, but I also kind of disagree because I look at it that way, and you're like, what can we? You can make fun of that. It's a surface level thing, like on Twitter, like, oh yeah, fuck you liberals out. You fucking liberal Los Angeles pussies with all your homeless people and your. Oh my god. But that's the thing is like you can hate on that, but you're like at some point, maybe subconsciously, you're in like, oh man, it's so different out there. It's like it's feel sorry for him almost. Whereas like the goal is to win the game, but you look across the line at Nebraska and you see a kid, some white kid who's also like a stumpy farmer who grew up in the Midwest, and like he is a hardworking guy at heart, and you're just like, I don't have anything else to hate about you other than I'm fucking better than you, bitch. Like, I just want to be better at what we both do, I don't know. I think
I think the crux of this argument is that at its core, most rivalries are just about the fact that you play them every year, and proximity has a lot to do with it too, right?
so.
I think
Yeah. Penn State is
it's
interesting.
it's kind of like it's I want to say made up. There's a word that's kind of escaping me, but it's like
fabricated,
not fabricated, but they're fed into, like, like
sure.
if it wouldn't be a thing if we didn't make it a thing.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. There's a lot of factors. I just think that's part of it. T Hank, always great comments on the YouTube. Subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We love it. Thank you. It's the giving season. It'd be the best Christmas gift of all if you guys wanted to subscribe to the show and like our videos. It does us a lot of good. We're looking to grow again. We did great growth in the year 2025. Looking to grow again in 2026, and it only happens because of you beautiful people. T Hank says, Pavia put out a comment. I should say his PR person wrote it. And then the person before that said, what would KF say about Pavia's behavior?
We don't need to be doing this shit. Okay. We're going to,
you're
upset with the way things turned out.
Trying to
keep that inside. Okay. We don't need to make that known to other people.
Trying to prepare for a fucking bowl game, all right? We got a guy out here saying, fuck Indiana.
We're not even playing Indiana.
We got to get this bullshit out of here, okay? Back in 02.
We didn't have Twitter back then.
The pullbacks were always my favorite. Just relating it to something that happened 62 years ago. Yeah, there was a guy named...
To put it shortly, no, you're never going to see an Iowa Hawkeye under Kirk Ferentz say something like that after losing an award.
Isn't it crazy?
I also think KF does a good job of like making sure we're staying focused on team stuff versus individual awards. Say the individual awards will come if you play well on a good team.
And this is an easy cop out, by the way. As two guys, I'm not going to put it on Kevin, but as somebody who played in the program, and we always talk about Iowa's different, it's not this easy, but there is something to the kind of guys that you bring onto your team and the kind of guys that you recruit. And I know that's a crazy thing nowadays when you're just bringing guys in for a year or two, but the kind of guys on a social behavioral level, that's a thing too. Like, there's a lot of teams that aren't recruiting a person, they're recruiting a player. And that ends up biting a lot of people in the ass.
Yeah, but I mean, it's harder these days, especially, the transfer portal is a couple weeks long. It's like, hey, we need a receiver, right? Mm-hmm. We can't really get to know this guy who he is as a person in a couple weeks. And
it's damn near impossible.
We need to pull the trigger on him if we're going to offer the guy within the first couple of days,
It's impossible at this point. You're right.
So, yeah.
But they have that first impression kind of gut feeling still. And that's what they have to go off of if you're doing the transfer portal deal. They can still recruit high school guys, obviously. Manufactured, the word Kevin was looking for, potentially.
Yeah, that's a good word. That's a better way of putting it.
I just think Drake would have fought Pavia. Now I think actually, as a more mature 31-year-old Drake, I think him and Pavia might actually be friends.
If they're on the same team, they would be best friends.
They would be boys. Yeah.
They would be best friends.
Absolutely be boys. We would probably like him if he was on our team. He was one of those guys, I don't know. Thanks to the sponsors, FanDuel sponsoring the show. Can we get what's the line check on the old bowl game? By the way, Kev, I don't know if you saw this. The ReliaQuest Bowl between your Iowa Hawkeyes and the Vanderbilt, what are they, the Commodores? Voted as the best non-playoff bowl game of the season.
All right, I'll take it.
How about that?
Well, let's roll down the list. What else are we going up against here?
I believe Michigan, Texas was number 2.
Michigan, Texas. Okay.
I want to say that was number 2. I haven't really looked at any other ones.
Let's take a little look-ski down here. I mean, Michigan, Texas, 18-13. That'll be a good one. But the playoff just eats up so many good teams now. But
yeah, and it's going to continue to.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I think people are expecting Texas to kind of run away with that one, especially now, given the distractions in Michigan. We'll get into it here.
And we're going to talk about that because.
But yeah, other ranked-on-ranked matchups. There's not. Is there any others?
I don't think so.
We got Georgia Tech, BYU. I think that'd actually be a very good game.
Yeah, but Arizona has unranked SMU. Utah is 15, but has unranked Nebraska. USC is 16th, but has unranked TCU. Yeah, they just didn't put anybody else together, really.
There's 3 ranked-on-ranked bowl games now, and yeah, like I said, that Michigan team's a tough situation.
Man,
I do think this Iowa Vanderbilt game will be a great game, and I also think that BYU Georgia Tech game will
be a good game.
It just won't get as big as a draw, so I think that's valid. Yeah,
6.5 on the FanDuel website, FanDuel Sports Sportsbook, the sponsor of the walk-ons all season long. 6.5 points. They're basically saying Vandy by a touchdown. Man, feels disrespectful. But Pavia can play. He's good, and they've got some other good players as well.
See, I mean, Vanderbilt's 10-2. We'll take a quick look at that 10-2, but
yeah,
it's not as. I mean, they got ranked after beating number 11 South Carolina. South Carolina turned into a dog shit team.
Yeah. Over 46.5.
They beat number 10 LSU. Did LSU even make a bowl game?
They did. They are playing. Hold on, it was right here. LSU is going to play
5. Yeah.
Unranked, they're going to play number 21 Houston, and they're a dog.
Be number 15 at the time, Missouri. I think Missouri did end up 8-4.
Okay. Yep, they're going to play Virginia in the bowl game. It's an okay 10-2.
Had to beat Auburn in overtime. Kentucky's terrible. They just fired their coach. Tennessee is a fraud. 8-4 was ranked at the time for some reason team.
Yeah.
So, they're a good team. They're a good team. They beat a bunch of top 40% SEC teams.
I think they're right where Iowa is, honestly. Yeah. I think 6.5 is too much, but I do like that there's a little bit.
I can't say that they would do much better versus Iowa's schedule.
No. I like early pick. We're not there yet. We still got 2.5 weeks till game day. I like the over 46.5.
You do.
I like it. I like it a lot. But we'll see. That's on FanDuel. Shout out to FanDuel.
The crazy thing is, Vanderbilt's played some high-scoring games and they won that way. And I'll give them this: like they've found their ways to win. They've won some low-scoring games too. So,
yeah. Shout out to Riley Moss with the pick today. Just saw that roll across the Twitter.
Yes, sir.
To not secure the game, but 6.5 minutes left. They're up 8. at home versus Green Bay. Big time matchup. Broncos looking to improve to 12-2. I assume they did so.
They did.
12-2 Denver Broncos, dude. Grant's having the best year of his life.
Grant's feeling himself right now.
Absolutely.
I actually
Kloof, can you confirm there is a non-0% chance there is pro-anabolic badger milk in your shaker cup?
Badger milk.
Badger milk.
Where does one acquire badger
Does
milk?
badger milk this is straight water, as if you can see that. But if badger milk has anabolic agents in it, I'll drink it. At this point, I will drink anything. Me and Kev are in our 30s now. You know, I'm into the kid thing. Don't know if there'll be more of those or not. Leaning not. So maybe, you know, the reproductive system, health. Get me on the anabolics, baby. Coop tossed Lockett today? Coop.
No, I didn't see that.
Shout out to Grays. Want to hit Grays before we move on to a few other topics. Grays, Gourmet to go. Holiday season. What could be better than giving the gift of great food? What if you texted a friend of yours? What if I could do this for Kevin, actually. Will I? Probably not. But what if I did? What if I was like, hey, Kev, don't worry about dinner tonight. Something's showing up at your door at 6:30. And then he goes to his door, bada bing, bada boom, I DoorDash him chicken lips. Kev's going to be fully tempted.
Fully tempted right now, just thinking about it.
And imagine that, not some dumb gift that Kevin's going to throw in his storage room. The gift of food that he can sit down, enjoy with his wife, have a nice meal. They didn't have to cook, no dishes. You can give that to your friends if you just DoorDash some Grays Gourmet to go, and they're not going to be disappointed. Never talk to a person that's been disappointed after eating Grays food. Results speak for themselves. Shout out to Grays. They're staying with us. Grays likely to be, I don't know if it's going to be title sponsor level in the offseason, but we have them. They are on. They're on now. Shout out Pete and Kate.
Great people, great food. Go stop by. Say hi to Pete.
And for your next topic, and I don't want to bring this up so brazenly, but Kev, we once had a coach. How can I say this? Michigan's in a tough spot.
Yeah, they are.
We did a podcast the other day with a kid named Will Ryan. I highly encourage you guys to go listen to that. Really fun to hear his story from going from the hospital room in UI Children's to now being an athlete in Iowa City. Right before we did that podcast, like I'm talking an hour. It was that day that all this shit was going down. And like an hour before we recorded is when the reports were coming out that he got arrested. So we didn't really have a chance to talk about it. And I wasn't going to bring it up with Will on the show, but I'll just say the quote. We once had a really, really wise coach tell us, pussy's undefeated. And I don't think that was, and I'm sorry for the women listening. I'm sorry. That is a direct quote. That's something that gets said in locker rooms all around the country. I think that's generally a football guy, top to players kind of message is, hey, that's the most brash way that you can get across to your team. Don't let women ruin your career, because it is one of the temptations when you're an athlete, especially nowadays when you have a bunch of money. A lot of these guys are famous. You got time on your hands. You're an athlete. Undefeated.
Might be the most lopsided victory it's ever had.
Oh God. Not even close. Those Nebraska volleyball sweeps of 3-0 sets. Dude, Sharon Moore got beat 200-0, and we're playing football, American football.
Bro, he was losing exhibition games on the side too. You see, he's trying to get into OnlyFans models.
The OnlyFans DMs.
I saw a tweet out there like he tried to like pay for a foursome with season tickets or something like
no, really?
Something like that. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, this
just horny to the max, man.
Yeah, can't be doing that, man.
Dude, and you know what this like just so finely points out is you've got guys across the country like Sharon Moore who are in massive roles. Head football coach at a blue blood university, and they're no different than your average man. They're just some guy. Some guy with mental problems.
By
the way,
illness, yeah.
And
who's just a slave to his own
his own lust.
Yeah.
The lust got him. Cheats on his wife, 3 kids. Absolutely. I say this very enthusiastically because we're on a podcast. It's sad as fuck for the kids and the family. Completely blew up his home situation. Those kids, and not even the cheating part. The kids have to deal with their parents' infidelity all the time. These kids are going to eventually grow up and realize, oh my God, when my dad got caught, he went to her house.
He lost it.
He broke mentally. He went to her house, and the world found out that he was going to kill himself in front of her with a butter knife.
The butter knife is that'd be just a painful way to do it, man. It's a slow and painful way to go.
And you know, now that I think about it, she probably doesn't have steak knives.
He's probably looking for one. Yeah, he's like, where are your steak knives?
I'll use
the butter knife.
It's not funny, but like it's so out there that it's like, what do you even say? I mean, that is an all-time crash out.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen coaches survive cheating scandals and go on to get another head coaching job somewhere. As soon as you start busting doors down and, you know, threatening people and yourself with knives, then you're never going to be given the keys to a program ever again. And that's what's
no, this guy's not working in college athletics ever again.
Ever again. No. I mean, yeah, we've seen multiple guys, you know, banging hookers or doing other crazy stuff with.
I mean, I think Lane Kiff, by the way, is fairly active amongst the younger women in a college town. At least there's some reports.
There's some alleged files out there. Yeah.
But
yeah, you can get beyond that, especially if you're a good coach, but you can't overcome this. You're done.
And then the extended story is that they've known Coach Moore has been doing this for a year and a half.
Oh yeah, apparently it's like an open secret in one of the teams. Like, oh yeah, he's banging his assistant.
Now, imagine we're sitting at Benton Street, and we start to see this stuff come out, Kev, and it's about our coach. You're a player on the team. Can you imagine how crazy that is? You're sitting there with your teammates and you're like, dude, Coach so-and-so is in jail right now because he went and almost killed they all know this girl.
He went ape shit on Paige or whatever.
If she was banging him, she might have been, he might not have been the only one. I'm just saying.
There's a pattern.
There's a pattern
with those types.
And there's no victim between either one of them, I don't think. Unless some more stuff comes out. I did see that he was potentially stalking her. There may be some more to the story that we don't know yet.
I mean, she probably didn't deserve to have her door busted in.
Certainly did not deserve to be threatened.
You know, I don't feel bad for her from the overall fallout of sleeping with a married man.
That's the whole thing here. She knew he was married, right? He knew he was married.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's always mostly on the actual person who's married, who's committing the
for sure. But he also happened to be the one in power. I understand that dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But man, crashes out.
Apparently, yeah, it wasn't a one-time thing. This was a recurring
No, it was going on.
for a long period of
She
time.
then decides to. Did she get fired? Or did he let her go or demoted her or something on like Monday of last week? She goes to the university and says, "Hey, by the way, I've been having an affair with your head coach for blah blah blah." They fire him. He finds out that it was her who told them. He goes to her house, crash out, 911 call, he's in jail, and then all of a sudden, a couple days later, you're getting videos from the court where he's in a room by himself, like under mental stability monitoring, and they're doing the initial hearing. It's like,
Yeah. I mean, how did he think this was going to end any way other than poorly, right? Just think like 2, 3 steps ahead. Like, are you leaving your life for this woman? Okay, still not a great look. You can survive it, but will end poorly. Are you hoping she's just gonna, get tired of you and go away? Probably not gonna happen. Gonna end
maybe
poorly. You fired her. That's probably the dumbest thing you probably could have done. I don't know if
the
that's
worst.
true, if he actually fired her or not, or whatever, but like, how did you think that was gonna go? Like, you're supposed to be a football coach. You kind of gotta think a few steps in advance for a lot of your job, whether you're building a program, recruiting people, or within a game, like, hey, if I do this here, and then you got to be able to think a little bit in the future, not just in the immediate 5 minutes in front of you.
T Hink, another comment. I saw this a lot online. I had a tweet, by the way. It's my most. I've never, in a long, long time, Kev. I'm talking of all the football tweets I did this past year. I haven't had a tweet pop off like this in a while. I quote tweeted this guy who was like, "This is why you don't hire. You just don't put yourself in that position." He knew that she was blonde and attractive, and I was like, or this was my tweet, or ... just don't bang your assistant.
Yes. Yeah.
And it got 3,000 likes. And like 100 people responded to me, quote tweeted it. And I saw this. I was going back and forth with a bunch of these people about like, yeah, but you just don't put yourself in that situation. You don't,
So I'll say this. You are 100% correct, right? It's easy. Just don't bang the assistant, right? Just don't do that.
Yeah.
Here's where I can see
Okay.
some of what the original tweet was saying is, if you're an alcoholic, you don't have alcohol in your house. Okay, you can just say, yeah, just don't drink the bottle of booze in your, cabinet. But if you're an alcoholic, get the alcohol out of your house.
Yeah,
if you are a chronic obese eater, get the sweets and processed food out of your house. You can. It's easy to say just don't eat it, but get that stuff out of your house. If you're a sex addict, which it appears like this guy very well may be, maybe don't put the eye candy in front of your desk all day, every day.
Yes. Here's my retort to that is specific to the situation.
Of course, always it's the impetus or the responsibility is always at him at the end of the day. But
yes,
craft your surroundings
for his sake or anybody else in his position. As further advice, if you got a sweet tooth, don't fucking bake brownies and leave them on the counter, right?
You're going to eat them.
Yeah. Now, and again, this is where to me, like in life, you're never going to be able to fully take away the temptation of whatever you're trying to avoid. Like it's never going to be a zero. Specifically in Sharon Moore's case, and Kevin, we know this, there was a whole cast of female young student assistants or whatever they called them, recruiting help, that worked the front desk at the Iowa facility.
Yeah.
And so maybe he doesn't hire this girl as his personal assistant. That seems like it was maybe pointed and intentional. But there was going to be young females working in the building regardless of what decisions he made. So it's like if he wanted it, he was going to find it. I'm willing to bet she's not the only one. That kind of thing.
Sure. So, I mean, there's some OnlyFans models like like Instagram DMs and stuff from this guy.
She was just leaking her DMs. Like, yeah, he's been in my DMs trying to pay me for pics or what. I don't know. I don't even know. It's unbelievable. And so now Penn State hires Matt Campbell, who is the Iowa State. Now there's this weird twist. Penn State's on their way. They had a horrible coaching search, which actually they lucked into a great coach, I think, for where they were in that search. And now Michigan, another blue blood inside the conference, is in a coaching search as well. They've been going
at the tail end of it too.
Like, there's nobody left. You got to go find somebody else that already has a job. They're trying to get DeBoer. DeBoer, I think Lauren said that DeBoer put out a comment that he wasn't going anywhere. Then I saw that there was like
that's. I mean,
it's Alabama.
You, like you don't fit the culture, and you're not going to be able to have long-term success in Alabama, and like you need to be north of the Mason-Dixon line. That's the only reason I can see it. But like, no one leaves the Alabama job.
Lateral move at best.
Yeah, no, Alabama's a tier 1 job.
As is Michigan. I mean, they're all at the top. Then there's like,
sure.
then you have the flight trackers, Kev, and the people who track flights are fucking nuts. They're like, well, there's a flight from Scottsdale to Michigan. Kenny Dillingham, ASU. He's going to be the guy in Michigan, and I don't know who they're going to get.
Yeah. It's been the wildest year in coaching changes, without a doubt, I think, right?
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I mean, the amount of not only job openings, but big job openings.
Brian Kelly.
Yeah, LSU, right? You got Penn State. Now you got Michigan. Florida's big job opening. I mean, those are is Florida tier 1? They're probably
no.
Depends how big your tiers are, but Florida's a top 20 coaching job for sure.
It's a tier 2, yeah. I think there's probably like, oh God, this would be a good podcast. I think there's probably like 7 to 10 tier 1s. I don't think Florida's one of those, but
no, I wouldn't call Florida top 10, but
what's your top 5 coaching jobs in the country? LSU's one.
I mean, LSU is in the top 5 for sure. It also depends what are you basing your
Yeah, it's subjective, of course.
Of program ability to recruit, ability to win national championships, resources, that kind of stuff, fan base.
Kleiman retired too. K-State the other day.
Yeah.
Iowa State's open because Campbell let. Like, it's just an insane year.
LSU's up there.
LSU's top 5, I think, just because
Ohio State's the top 5.
Ohio State. USC.
Texas is definitely top 5.
Texas.
Maybe A&M.
Really?
I could throw A&M in there.
Resources are a big part now.
Yeah, for sure.
Alabama's close.
Alabama's close.
The thing about Alabama, the tough thing about Alabama is literally you have to follow Saban. Like, there's this history that you're not going to live up to.
Yeah. Penn State's probably top 10. I don't know if I'd put it top 5.
I would.
Is Michigan number 5?
Michigan's close. I'd put Michigan above Penn State.
Yeah, I would too.
Iowa. I'm telling you, we had this conversation the other
day. If you're
looking
for a place like, hey, I always want to go coach here for forever.
I want the people to love me and just have my back. Oregon.
You'll have a good life here at Iowa.
I told you guys the other day in the chat, and I think all of you pretty much agreed with me, is like the list that is going to apply for the head coach of Iowa football when Kirk hangs it up is going to be longer and more impressive than people think. I guarantee it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I still hope that Goat Wallace gets the job. I think I want that. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Like, maybe I want him to go and flourish somewhere and then come back. I'm not sure how I want it to go. I don't really want to think about it.
I mean, even if he does get a head coaching job somewhere else between now and whenever KF does retire, I would hope that he comes back and interviews for
Iowa coaching. Absolutely. Yeah.
Speaking of coaching jobs, I don't think we've talked about this yet. Fitzgerald of Michigan State.
Did you see?
And we got our man, Joel, the head strength coach there.
Let's go.
Also, apparently, I was talking to my dad. Some donor dropped $400 million on the athletic department there.
Yep, I saw
So
that.
Michigan State's going to be a force to play with again.
Yeah, they're gonna give them 2 years, and they're gonna be elite again. God, man. We need someone to come in and just drop dong with their wallet, bro, in Iowa City. Come on. You're out there, you're listening to this podcast. Give your money away, man. You don't need it. I don't have any, otherwise I would. I'm buying princess cakes for 3-year-olds. I can't do that right now.
That princess cake money. We're gonna win national championships. With
Hell yeah, bro. Kluver's gonna fund the fucking athletic department with his. We got our fucking decorations from Temu, I think. Shout out my wife, decorated the house great.
But shout out to Joel, man. That's really exciting for him.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I think it's a testament to, like, you know, Fitz has been around the program, obviously, and then his son was here for the past season.
Is he transferring? Do we know? Is he staying?
I believe I heard Leistico in his pod with Doctorman say that he thinks he's gonna stay, which is good for him.
I mean, not everyone wants. I mean, sometimes it's good to not go play for your dad, right?
Sure. Yeah.
You know, especially in a college situation, like it's different, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It could go poorly. I mean, we've seen how the nepotism stuff worked with our fans here once it started to not be a good thing. Fucking Jordan. I hate our fans. I love you guys so much, but I hate you guys. Kluver's still trying to recoup his money from Universal. God damn it. So there's a chat of like some of the top tier, like OG 7-year-old washed up walk-ons fans. Not 7 years old is how old they are, but like
whoa. How old are our fans?
Pause. The fans who have been here for 7 years. And they were making fun of me about the Universal thing in another chat today, and I just responded to them with this picture. I will never financially recover from this. It's just Tiger King.
Oh man, Tiger.
I believe that scene of the documentary too was after some tiger killed some lady in the park.
Yes, I think
and he's like, I
I'm
will
not even killed. I think like ate the arm off of one of the workers, and the worker was in the documentary still working there.
But like there was a ton of bad press and people.
And this guy was paying him like $20 a month too.
I will never financially recover from this.
That was early COVID when I think the whole nation watched that documentary.
So good.
Might have been one of the best weeks.
Carol Baskins.
Carol Baskins. Hey,
she was.
Cool
I think she
was and kittens.
I think she's still killing people out there. She had bodies on her. She's like Hillary Clinton of the tiger world.
Might have been the most
one of the better ones.
One of the better few days ever in American history that everyone just came together and just watched Tiger King together.
I will never financially recover from this. Thanks, Jordan, for bringing that up. Last thing for the day. How about Army Navy? Good game.
Oh, hell of a good game. It's again, I've been saying it for a while. It's a short order on the bucket list right there.
I was gonna say maybe we should do a little Benton trip to the Army Navy game.
Hell yeah.
That'd be sick.
You know, they rotate between the East Coast cities. I think I'd like to go if it's in Philly or DC.
Yeah. Find a nice spot to eat.
I don't need to go to Baltimore. Or they have it in New York, but it's, New Jersey.
Yeah. We could make a quick little trip out of it. Fly out Friday night, go to a nice spot, dinner, wake up, go to the game, come home. Like it'd be a good little trip for the boys.
Hell yeah.
17-16. Navy actually comes back and wins the ball game. Army had like a pick six. His knee was down. Like for a while there, it looked like Army was.
I mean, Army was controlling the game for a large portion of it, but I had the Army at plus 6.5. I was glad to cash it.
Hey, good for you. Don't know what Grant's doing tonight. I'm happy that he could. I'm happy he could get a Denver win today. I'm nervous for the kid because they haven't won a playoff game since Tim Tebow.
Is he gonna crash out, you think?
And I'm scared that they're gonna have this
Is
great
Tim
season.
Tebow, really?
I think
What?
so.
No, Peyton Manning. What are you talking about?
Was Peyton after Tim?
Yes.
Okay, so the Super Bowl was the last time they won a playoff game?
Probably.
Okay, so it was
Yeah.
2015 still then?
Yeah.
It's been 10 years. And I'm so nervous that they're gonna make a run in the regular season. They're gonna go 14-3 or however many games they play now.
Get the number 1 seed.
Number 1 seed, and then they're gonna just like choke the first playoff game. And Grant's gonna be so sad. Just don't want the kid to be sad. By the way, in the
He's
whole
like a puppy.
banging
You hate to see the puppy sad.
this weekend, when I said, "Hey, how about you just don't bang your assistant on Twitter?" Somebody responded with, "And you are living proof, Kluver, by your choice in Grant as your assistant." It's like you made it really easy on yourself by choosing Grant. I was like, Jesus. Oh my God.
Yes, just take the enthusiastic email hire from who just goes and slips himself through email. It's like, hey, can I work for you? And like,
Sure.
yeah, sure. That's cool.
You don't have to worry about us hiring any semi-attractive college-age blondes on this show. Unfucking real. Undefeated. Undefeated. And then the memes, Kevin. The jokes and the memes over the weekend. Now every time there's some like porn bot account that's like posting the OnlyFans pics, there's just people in the comments from their anonymous Twitter accounts posting pictures of Sharon Moore with like wide eyes. And I'm like, are you kidding me? The internet is unbelievable.
The internet culture is undefeated, man. It's quite something, and it's I think it's made me actually not take life so seriously, because when I die, someone's probably just going to make a meme out of it and laugh at me.
Probably.
And that, and that actually makes me smile.
And I'm happy. I'm and it's probably going to be me.
It probably is going to be you. Yeah. And Grant will have some witty thing to say, and
Sure.
know,
Grant will tweet something
and it will be good.
Yeah, Grant will tweet something like, "You think Kluver's watching ball in heaven?" Probably not. Probably not in heaven. The last thing I'll leave you with, Kev, is the other day I woke up. I had to text Drake this after it happened. I woke up, kids weren't awake yet. I was just laying there on my phone. I had this weird like calling to me of like, or it wasn't even a calling. It was like just this like random inspiration of, I'm going to search jiu-jitsu gyms in the area. Something was telling me like maybe 2026 I'd do a little jits.
Yeah.
And I texted Drake that, and he's like, dude, that would make me so happy. Like, I think you'll really love it. He was giving me, his whole pitch on it. I'm like, might have to. I don't know.
Jiu-jitsu is fun, man. It is.
I'm not going to be an idiot like you and just like try to not tap. I'm tapping.
Well, he didn't have the tap yet, is the thing. And then.
Oh, he didn't have it.
No, he didn't have it.
Oh, I thought he had it and you were just refusing to do it.
No. It's like I went into it in my mindset was like, hey, don't hurt yourself when you get it. Tap. Don't be a hero. So going back to the story, guy's trying to get an arm bar on me, right? Yeah. So extend the arm out, hyperextend the elbow. That's what causes somebody to tap, right? Sure. My elbow is still bent at 90 degrees. He's trying to yank on it, and I'm basically just chest flying him. Like
you're just too strong for him to straight.
I was too strong. He couldn't extend it until my tendon pops off the bone and my pec tears. So that was the injury mechanism. So
God damn.
Yeah.
That hurts me thinking about it. Ooh. Okay. All right. Noted. I'll keep that in mind.
But yeah, don't just try to chest fly somebody. You're supposed to roll into an armbar.
Sure. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Didn't know that, but now I do. And I won't ever forget.
Now you do. Now when you go back to jits, whenever that is.
If ever. I think I'll get back into it at some point. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
We'll see. We'll see where it goes. Thank you, everybody, for joining tonight. Nice little show, me and Kevin. Little friendship podcast. We'll be back on Wednesday night to preview your first round of the college football playoff. Should be fun. We'll see you then.